What unfolded in the first round of the NFL Draft could be one of the most thrilling moments we've seen in years. If you blinked, you might have missed the full impact it's about to have on our defense. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts on the Falcons picks. The Falcons made a bold move by selecting two standout players from the SEC, Jaylen Walker from Georgia and James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. The excitement was palpable as Atlanta initially held the 15th pick, and expectations were sky high. Many believed they would go for a pure edge rusher, but the Falcons front office played it smart. They didn't just sign a pass rusher, they brought in a game-changer in Jaylen Walker. This wasn't a gamble on a player who might develop, this was a strategic acquisition of a key player. Let's be clear, Jaylen Walker was Atlanta's top target before the draft. This wasn't a stroke of luck, it was a mission accomplished. While fans were chanting for a pass rusher, the Falcons' leadership had a broader vision. This defense isn't just a quick fix, it requires talent at every level, and Walker embodies that and more. Last season at Georgia, he led the Bulldogs in both sacks and pressures, ranking 7th in pass rush snaps. He's not just a versatile player, he's a legitimate difference maker no matter where you line him up. Standing at 6'1" and weighing 243 pounds, some might consider him undersized for a traditional edge rusher. However, Walker is explosive, intelligent, and already carries himself like a professional. Kirby Smart praised his leadership, describing him as not just a player, but a general on the field. That's music to the ears of defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, who can easily envision an entire defense filled with players like Walker. Here's the kicker. Rumors suggest the Falcons were very close to selecting James Pierce Jr. at 15. They couldn't believe Walker was still on the board, and when he was, they seized the opportunity. This isn't just blind optimism, it's a calculated leap of faith. Of course, there's always a risk involved. Worst-case scenario, Walker could end up like Isaiah Simmons, good at many things but not exceptional at one. But think about the upside. Envision a lighter, faster version of Micah Parsons. While Walker may not always play on the edge like Parsons, he's going to be that kind of weapon. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Last year, Atlanta attempted to trade back into the first round to grab lethal Ladu, but fell short. This year, they didn't miss their chance. They successfully traded back into the draft to secure James Pierce Jr., ensuring they landed two impact defenders in one night. Falcons fans, the future is looking bright. The energy surrounding the Falcons is palpable. You don't invest that much draft capital unless you're confident you're acquiring players who can truly change the game. Jaylen Walker is stepping into Flowery Branch not just as another rookie, but as a future fan favorite. Give it 2 or 3 seasons and you'll see his jersey everywhere. His name will resonate throughout Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And let me tell you, as a Tennessee grad, I'm more excited about the Georgia player than the Tennessee one. That says a lot. Mark my words. Walker, alongside Caden Ellis, is set to become the new linebacker duo. They might experiment with moving him around early on, possibly even trying him in Arnold Ebiketti's spot temporarily. But let's be honest, James Pierce Jr. is going to be the primary fill for that edge rusher position. The Falcons' philosophy is clear. Build a fast, aggressive, and versatile defense piece by piece, like assembling a giant puzzle. You don't start in the middle, you get the corners right first. Walker is a corner piece. He's not just a player, he's a foundational element. And it gets even better. Walker isn't just a top-tier athlete, he's mentally wired for the game. Analysts like Town Downey had him ranked as the 13th overall prospect, and Atlanta snagged him at 15. That's a steal. There's no need to worry about the one-year starter label either. Georgia's defense is a well-oiled machine, and it's tough to earn snaps there unless you're elite. Scouts have noted that while Walker may not have the typical edge rusher size, his combination of sleek athleticism and impressive closing speed makes him a nightmare for opposing offenses. He's not a project. He's a chess piece ready to be strategically moved across Raheem Morris's board. Now, if you think the Falcons were done after landing Walker, think again. As the first round progressed, Atlanta's brass saw an opportunity they couldn't pass up. James Pierce Jr. was still available. So what did they do? They made a bold move, trading with the Rams to jump back into the first round and grab him. Yes, it cost them a future first-round pick along with a second this year. It's a significant investment. No sugarcoating that. But in their eyes, Pierce was a top 15 talent, so it was like using the 15th pick on him anyway. If the value aligned, why wait? Why risk letting someone else snatch him up? So what are the Falcons getting in Pierce? Raw speed. While he might not have the traditional NFL defensive end physique, he compensates with explosive quickness. His 2023 season at Tennessee was a breakout year, racking up 15 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. He wasn't just consistent, he was a force to be reckoned with. Sure, there are concerns. Can pure speed overcome NFL offensive linemen? Will he have enough power to break through bigger, smarter tackles? That's the leap Pierce needs to make. For now, I'm giving this move a solid B. The potential here is undeniable. We'll dive deeper into the James Pierce pick and what the Falcons sacrificed to secure him in just a moment. But first, I want to hear your thoughts on Jaylen Walker. Did the Falcons make the right choice by locking down their new defensive cornerstone? Share your opinions in the comments. Now, let's focus on James Pierce Jr. and the bold move Atlanta made to bring him on board. As exciting as the Walker pick was, this selection could define the Falcons' next few seasons, whether for better or worse. When Atlanta traded back into the first round, they gave up a significant package, a second-round pick this year and a future first-rounder. This isn't just spare change, it's a clear statement of belief in Pierce, and there's plenty of reason for optimism. Pierce isn't your traditional big-bodied defensive end. He represents a new breed, leaner, faster, and more explosive off the line. His strength lies in his straight-line speed, and when he times his rush correctly, offensive tackles are left scrambling. In 2023 at Tennessee, Pierce recorded 15 tackles for loss and 10 sacks, numbers that certainly catch your eye. However, with that athleticism comes a crucial question. Can he translate that success to the NFL? College offensive linemen often lack the quickness and technical polish of their professional counterparts. Speed alone won't cut it. He'll need counters, strength, and endurance to thrive at the next level. That's why I'm giving this move a solid B. There's huge upside, but also some real risk involved. There were whispers about his character and concerns regarding his locker room presence. However, Atlanta did their due diligence. They brought him in for a pre-draft visit, looked him in the eye, and decided they were all in. If Pierce reaches his potential, he could become one of the fastest edge threats in the NFL. But if he struggles to adapt, that future first-round pick could sting. Yet, let's be honest, sometimes you have to take big swings to win big games. The Falcons have positioned themselves for a new defensive identity, one that's not just strong, but terrifyingly fast. With Jaylen Walker's leadership and versatility combined with James Pierce Jr.'s raw explosiveness, the vision is clear. Raheem Morris wants a defense that flies to the football, outpacing offenses before they can even set their feet. Overall, giving the Falcons an A- for round one feels fair. If Walker and Pierce hit their marks, it could easily look like an A when we reflect a year from now. And if the Falcons make the playoffs in 2024, losing that 2026 first-round pick won't sting at all. Now I want to hear from you. Did Atlanta make the right move by going all in for speed and versatility? Smash that like button if you're excited about these picks, drop a comment with your draft grades, and don't forget to subscribe for full coverage of the Falcons draft journey. Go Falcons!